Well, joining me now to discuss this in a little bit more depth is Senator Lois Court, the original sponsor, the creator of the law when she tried to get it passed in both the 2015 and the 2016 sessions. She's also a board member of End of Life Options Colorado. Okay, you and I were talking. First and foremost, I thanked you because you're giving people the dignity, right, and the choice. What were some of the hardships, the opposition that you faced even beginning this process?
When we first started looking at this, I knew that my constituents, I represented in the House at the time, East Central Denver, and I knew that my constituents supported this. And then I saw a guest editorial from a man who was a constituent, and the title of the editorial was, "Please Let Me Die." It was by a man who was suffering tremendously, and he had chosen what's called NSAID, VSAID, voluntary non-ingestion of both water and food. In other words, he was starving and starving himself to death. And I read that and I thought, that's not right. So I wrote him a letter and I said, I heard you, I'm going to look at this. And that was in 2014. And from there, I heard from so many people, please do this, please do this. We did have opposition, absolutely. There was fear within many, not all, from the disabled community, and there was concern from the Catholic Church. And we knew that was there. We went ahead and we wrote the law on the model of the Oregon law, and it has serious safeguards. You must be a resident, you must be 18 or older, you must have 2 physicians confirm that you are within 6 months, to the best of their understanding, of death, and you must be able to self-administer. We were extremely aware of fears about euthanasia. That is not what this is.
Right.
Not even close. Yeah. So we went ahead and worked in both the 2015 and then the 2016 sessions, neither of which times, due to the opposition, could we get it through the legislature. The supporters then decided, let's go to the ballot. So then I went around the state, as did many others, and discussed what the law actually is and why Colorado should have it. Interestingly enough, in both 15 and 16, the polling showed that 65% of Coloradans wanted this. And it was very frustrating that the legislature would not pass it. But then it passed at the polls with over 65%.
Your constituents, first you listened to your constituent, and then they acted, right? They voted. I have to know, why was this so important to you? I know you read that letter, but what was it that made you act and make this
my mother
a choice? Your mother. Okay.
From the time I was a child in the 50s, which is a long time ago, my mother was adamant about having a living will. She joined the Hemlock Society long time ago. So I knew that she believed that this should be patient-centered decision-making, and that we should be able to have a say-so about what happens at the end of our lives.
As you and I were speaking, no more than like a DNR, right? A do not resuscitate. That should be respected if you put that in, you know, your wishes, so to speak. The number of people that have used this option has grown every year. In fact, we just talked to you guys about it, about 510 Coloradans requesting the medication in 2024. Does that surprise you?
It doesn't surprise me that the numbers have increased. It gratifies me. The biggest challenge now is education.
Right.
And that's what the organization I'm now a board member of, End of Life Options Colorado, is focused on. Education for both medical professionals and the general public, so that medical professionals understand that this law is available. Now, they don't have to do it. There are tons of safeguards in the law. So if a physician is asked by a patient to help, and the physician's not comfortable, the only obligation is to refer the patient. In fact, I just got a new general practitioner myself a couple of years ago, and it was one of the things I asked her. And she said, I would not be able to help you with that because I'm Catholic. And I said, but you would refer me. She said, absolutely. And that is the way it's supposed to work. So our goal with End of Life Options Colorado is to educate as many people as we possibly can get in front of. So this is a fantastic opportunity for your viewers to know what's available if they want it.
If they want it, where can they go?
They can go to our website, endoflifeoptionscolorado.org. They can ask their own physicians for information, and they can also talk to their own legislators, all of whom should know that this law is on the books.
Senator Lois, thank you. Thank you.